Welcome to season 5, episode 26 of the Leaders Only Show and podcast. I'm Samaj,
And I'm Kendall.
and we're brought to you by What a Change Mentoring and Tone Drone. Today, we'll be giving updates on a couple of stories discussed last week in the devastating story of the LSU athlete who committed suicide. Please invite your friends to check out the Leaders Only Show, have a watch party, subscribe. Uh,
The bell.
Share, like, hit the bell, and comment below. And if you're watching after the live stream, it's all good. Just put a replay with the hashtag in front of it in the comments and let us know that you were here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling pretty well, man. It's been a tough week, man. Been a tough week, but I'm in great spirits. Just pushing through, man.
Yeah, man. So we'll kick off the show with that, man. And just send a little brief shout out, man. Praises up, man, because we know our brother watching you, man. And I just want to commend you, man, because bro, you touch a lot of people, man. And to see you in a time like that, man, was tough for me, man. Uh,
Hmm.
and I hate to see you go through that, right? But
Hmm.
it happens, and you one of them dudes that, dang, man. You one of them dudes, man, that hold it all down, man. And it touched me, man. So all praises up to Chop, man. I know he watching. I hope his wife.
Hmm.
We send all our prayers and condolences out to his family, man. And we gonna hold it down for Chop, man. Rest in peace,
Yeah,
brother.
definitely, definitely. Prayers up. It's been tough, man. And then, to lose him to cancer, you know what I mean? It really hurt because I didn't know, and that's literally why I thank the Most High for just putting me in a space where I could listen, you know what I'm saying, and get on this health journey, and make it a part of my purpose because Chop wasn't even 30. I mean, he wasn't even 40. He was 39 years old. Um, and, we know him as Chop, but his name was Shane August, you know what I'm saying? So at the same time, he touched a lot of people, you know what I mean? He was a very bright young man. He was a ball of life. Every time I seen him, he was smiling, joking, you know what I mean? I got tons of flashbacks, just playing sports, coming to the all whites, going out together as a team, always just kicking it in their suite. They were room 4025. So we used to always have a good time. And I was just looking forward to seeing him, this year, just at the all white, just homecoming, just everything, being able just to come back together. But now it's time for us to, come together as a team. Those who want to build something, because like you said, man, like I take death hard and I take it different. I grieve and I mourn first. I got my tears out, but I'm not good with just putting people picture up on their birthday and on their death day. Like I like to build while people are living. This is why I push us to just build while we living, so we always have something to go to when you're not there, when you're no longer here in the physical, where we ain't just gotta say, man, I remember the time, man, I remember the time. It's like I remember the time, but I still have something here, whether it be a foundation, whether it be, some land that we did together, whether it be a house or a home or anything, that we, it's just something that we do together as a village. So, I'm taking this just as something to get a little bit more serious, to try a little bit more with people, you know what I'm saying, to figure out like what we can do, because it just don't sit right with me. And then also, just as a unit, as we told his lady, Lenora, that just keep us in the loop for what his daughter has going on, so we can try to get there as much as we can, together as a group, but we can rotate, what I'm saying, as individuals, and show up just to make sure she always has somebody there to support her, because it's going to be tough for her. I think that's why it's not fair for myself to, just keep running back the memories, and why I want to do so much, because it's going to be a lot of us that go, at some point, and I think it would be dope for our children to have somewhere to go to, somewhere to see our name, somewhere to benefit from, the seeds that we planted. Once the harvest comes, that they can keep it going, that they can still, reap the benefit of us going without it just being a life insurance policy. It can literally, even if they don't choose to go to Norfolk State, we have something. That's what I've been talking to
Yes,
a
sir.
few of the brothers about. Like, yo, we got to do something. I've been on this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming back around again. Like, yo,
Yes, sir.
then Wednesday night it hurt even more because another person in the family passed away. PL passed away. So that hurt. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have a long lasting like relationship with PL, but as I got older, I really knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? I went by, I used to always go by, stop by the shop, try to get a shape up, try to get a cut, and I remember vividly another person always smiling. I remember his smile, and him supporting, both of them supporting when we first made El Capitan. Every time he DM me, I need some new gear, I need some, I send him the link. But I just appreciate those men, because I'm gonna get through this. You appreciate men supporting men, especially men that look like you, because we don't do that a lot. A lot of times we compete. A lot of times our minds and our spirits have been poisoned, to where you get jealous, to where, um, why not me? But these two brothers, they both, they were great in their own right. So when greatness could stand next to greatness, you illuminate. Your light shines. That's what I liked about both of them. You know what I'm saying? They both exuded confidence, and that's what you want. When you're a confident man as yourself. When you think you can do anything, when you believe, you just happy to know that there's people in this world that feel that way. Although our paths may have been different, this is why I push for our paths to stay intertwined, because there's too many years that go past, where we don't keep the
Yes, sir.
brotherhood and the fellowship that go on, and then all we do is miss each other. So
Mhm.
all in all,
Yes.
I'm gonna do my part, to get to work. I've already started doing that in terms of whatever we have to do as a team. But outside of that, I'm gonna continue doing what I've been doing, which is just leading by example and encouraging more people. Like, come on, come get healthy, come get whatever products you need. If you need meal plan, if you just need accountability and discipline partner, if you need books, that's what my life. I want to devote my life to that, and just helping the youth. So it's right up my alley. The Most High, is, like Tony has said in the text, he really showing who's still in control. So I just encourage more people, getting a connection. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you get that true connection is you got to clean up yourself. You know what I'm saying? Clean up your mind, your body, your spirit, and your diet really plays a big part in that. So, like you said, man, so we can move forward in the show. But a great way to start the show. just honoring those two brothers, man. It really sucks posting two obituaries um, in the same week, right behind each other, pushing two funerals 1 week apart. But like you said, man, that's life, and that's why we here. That's why I enjoy my grades. I enjoy my wisdom, and the
Yes, sir.
stress. But it's time, man. That's why I enjoy healing, because it's time to be happy. It's time to be at peace.
Yes, sir.
It's time to get on a good foot and talk to people about things that are substantial. We can't just keep having these minimalistic conversations, these low value conversations, man, when there's
Yeah.
real things going on. So, yeah, man, I
Yes,
love
sir.
both of them,
Because
and I'm a really miss getting my shape up, and I'm gonna just really miss seeing my boy smile and be there for his daughter and his
yes, sir.
family and the community. Yeah.
And just leave it. I leave it at this. Cause I just seen a quote. Cause you always hear the saying of get your act together now, but you
Hmm.
really never know when you're gonna go. So the chances of taking back your past it never happened. I mean, yeah, what happened in the past it never happened. But what you could do now, if you know your impact, control it. So if you know what you are capable of, and you know people watching you, because they always say you never know who watching. You will impact until you before you gone. When you're gone,
Hmm.
then you're a big impact. But bro, like we know we are impact what we do every
Hmm.
day. So if you know it, then and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then that's like being a hypocrite. So let's start there. Um, we'll go ahead and start the show.
All right.
So
So,
an
go
update
ahead.
on teen accused of fatal stabbing in Texas track athlete. Last week, we reported Karmelo Anthony's bond was set at $1 million. His bond was ultimately reduced to $250,000, according to the court records. The teen has been issued an electronic monitor and will remain on house arrest, only leaving the court approval. Court records say Anthony must also be supervised by a parent or adult at all times and can't have contact with the victim's family. He also has to check in with court's bailsman every Friday. There's been several different accounts by various witnesses as to what happened at the track meet. Let's watch this video of Anthony mother talking about what happened with the family since the incident. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Hayes. I am the mother of Karmelo Anthony. 3 years ago, my family moved to North Texas searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband worked hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way. In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Karmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what might happen to her. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a 2-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution, we believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To be clear, when I speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day, there's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you.
Yeah, man. So, it's a lot of questions I have as far as this incident. I knew I felt this way from when it first happened, and the Caucasian side family spoke, and how that the dad really was like on the defense of his kids because he took the immediate loss, and his son, I guess, is the victim. But it's a lot. Where are the videos? It's social media time. You're like, if neither parents was under the tent, so it's like from where they're coming from, she's coming from a situation where she's not placing the blame on nobody. She's just trying to figure out what's going on. But their family also don't deserve to get treated that way. I get it. But yeah, it's a lot of questions, man. And hopefully to the bottom of it, we're gonna continue to keep you updated. And that's where I leave it at.
Yeah, I would love to just see more. Um,
Hmm.
I'm waiting to see more. What I mean, from what we have right now, I don't like the way the mother. Why the father didn't speak at all? I didn't
Right,
like that. Um, I think it's a play on emotions. I really dislike when this type of stuff happens, because a lot of kids, you know what I'm saying, are losing their lives, whether it be, because of death or institutionalizing in the prison system. Um, and that's where my mind is on this. I'm trying to figure out why he needed a knife. I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, why do you need a knife at a track meet? For what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
that's I've been jumped, you know what I'm saying? It could have went left. And I'm not trying to act like I'm not I'm like this prodigal son, but I'm not gonna act like I might not be, you know what I'm saying? I've been making great decisions since I was young, and you have to do this
right,
when you're an athlete. Worst come to worst, I don't know, because in my mind I thought, or I heard that Carmelo's brother was there too. That's what I heard. I'm not sure. That's what I'm saying. I'm tired of hearing stuff, and I want to get
right,
directly to the facts. But from my experience, I ran track. I've been to track meets. I played basketball. I did football. Right. If you're gonna jump me, one of my teammates gonna help me. Right. If not,
right,
then I'm gonna just be fighting against however many people. Okay, that's the first thing. Cool. It's a fight. We may get suspended, possibly expelled. Right. Somebody had to start this fight, and then I can say self-defense. Cool. It was a fight. You had a knife beforehand, which in my mind makes me think you're gonna bump into somebody. Like, you're not just this good kid that don't bother nobody, and you just have to carry a knife. Because now, since time has progressed, the same thing just happened in Texas again. You know what I'm saying? As far as a kid getting stabbed. This time it wasn't black and white. You know what I mean? Two kids jumped the young man, and one of the kids stabbed, but they were Latino. But his knife, again, a knife. It's not a box cutter. It's not a fingernail clipper. Like, you're walking
mhm,
around with a knife. you have a problem. It's like if you walk around with a gun, you want to protect yourself, right? But they have rules to this. You have to get a license for this, or you have to follow these laws. I don't know the laws, but I'm pretty sure you can't have a blade on school grounds in the school
Right,
bigger than, you know what I mean, a certain level. And that's where I get hung up at, because your emotions, just like your mother just displayed, she just was emotional, you know what I mean? And she does have the right to be, as well as the other side, you know what I'm saying? He lost a child. At least you get to see your child. I
right,
am happy that they lowered the bond, because if you go according to other cases, I believe they did lower the bond in other similar cases or worse. But I don't want to say too much without knowing more of the facts, so I can really give my opinion. Parents have to teach better at conflict resolution. Like, bro, get out of the tent. Or if I'm not supposed to be in the tent, or if it ain't my time, I'm not gonna say not supposed to be in the tent, because bro, people go in the tents. You at a track meet, you might know somebody there. It's raining. I'm gonna go get dry, and then you just gotta have the
right.
problem with it. But go get somebody else. I'm not getting out here. Go get your coach. Do whatever you got to do. Whatever. On the same side, this is again something that might have happened, but I don't want to speak too soon. But without all the facts, or I keep questioning, why aren't there more videos? It's a track meet, everybody got their phone, y'all outside. Where are all the videos at? That's really where my
Right.
head is at, without giving, but I do want to know why these two young men went up there bothering him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a case on both sides. If you teach your sons to leave people alone, but people do bicker, but this could be a consequence. So now you have to teach your kids that, yo, bullying people, picking with people, everybody not playing. But you also have to teach your kids that, bro, you can't be enforcing violence on school grounds with a knife, and your life is not threatened. You can feel like you about to get jumped, so you could be scared. You can run. Like, if you that scared, like, bro, I'm about to go get some. Like, bro, y'all not about to jump me, or you about to stay there and defend your ground. You stay there and defend your ground. My thing is, I just feel like they're gonna keep getting hung up on that knife. That's my only quarrel, because
Hmm.
if it was no knife, no gun, no vicious weapon, then it's a fight.
Yeah. And no
Hey,
life
we
will be
we
lost.
have fights. Yes, bro, and that's again, man. It boils back down to the parenting. She said you come from a two-parent home. Da 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 da. Well, somebody
Then
ain't checked his
why?
bag.
There you go.
Somebody's not
There
talking
you
to him. You know what I'm saying?
there
Somebody,
you go.
and you know what I mean. And that's on both sides, because
And how's the
if
relationship with the father then? Because I
exactly,
know for a fact our stepfather was in our played a role in us in our role. So if he'll check our stuff, I know, you know what I'm saying. So it might be a free. We got a lot of questions. There's a lot of loopholes in this situation.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying, man. With more evidence, we're gonna keep updating as the evidence comes.
Yes, sir.
But above all, man, to me, it's a loss, it's a waste of the youth.
Hmm.
This is what we're trying to combat. And overall, this is why we're in mental health in sports. You know what I'm saying? This is
Yeah.
literally why I said, man, I want to work on mental health in sports, because I want to be at that track meet to diffuse that. I want to be able to pick up on that. If nobody's going to pick up on that, I'm a coach. Coach is more than one of us. I could tell the other, mental health coach, yo, go grab that. Go grab. We got to run over there. We got to go mediate this. My biggest concern is, one, where's all of the footage from people, and then secondly, where are all the officials? I like there was no coaches under the tents. There was nobody, like, yo, nobody could prevent this. Outside of that, I'm just waiting for more details. So above all, man, if you can, if you will, take extra time with your children, man. I'm telling you, because that will alleviate a lot of this, man. You being not just parenting, over parenting. Like, you got to overparent. I'm telling you, you have to protect your babies, because there's too many distractions. There's too much stuff they can get caught up in, because you don't have the majority of their time. Just like work has your time, and the travel and sleep, you do more of that than you do with being raising your kids. That's a fact. You got to work, they got to go to school. That's time. You got to travel to and from. That's time. Y'all both have to sleep. That's time. Y'all have a small window, and then if your children do anything extracurricular, you really don't have that much time. It was designed that way. So you have to overparent to combat what's going on, because you can't keep placing it on the hands of society. Because if you do, that's why statistics are statistics, and society is going to raise your children, and we're going to be rolling the dice with every child out here. I, my heart goes out to everybody though, included and involved. I would love to see what the father has to say. I don't get too wrapped up in the lawyers and stuff, because my thing is that they're making everything black and white, and that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
To me, some of the things I've seen from our people, is disgusting. Because we have this, we got self hate, and then we got so much hate wrapped up in us, man. Nobody should say he effed around and found out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody should be saying that. What I mean? Nobody should be talking about that's what they get, or just passing on that pain that been put on you. You know what I mean? And
Right.
the things that's been put on you, because this is not one up for us. This is not a get back for us. It's not, because we still gonna lose somebody. Whether we lose him to the penal system, mentally, he's gonna have to get over this. And the young man that did pass away, if they said that they, people of God and all that, that's why I say, man, everything to me is so convoluted, man. It's confusing. You know what I'm saying? What people be saying, it
Mm-hmm.
don't match the actions, and it's just sad. You know what I'm saying? But our people, man, like adults, like I can't tell an adult what to do, but this is why children act the way they act, man. I ain't clapping for none of this. This is sad. This ain't funny. This ain't nothing to be joyful about. This is sad. You can't even go to school or to a track meet and run track and make it back home safe. You got one dead and one on waiting for trial at 16, 17, 18 years old. You taking on grown people problems at this age. So just sending my heart out to them. And then for other parents and adults, especially coaches and parents, we gotta overdo it. We gotta overprotect. We gotta be very attentive. Moving to the next story, we do have an update on the mass shooting in Spotsylvania that was discussed last week. Uh, the Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office says it is investigating threats of retaliation following last week's deadly mass shooting. Officials say all 6 victims, 3 killed and 3 injured in the shooting, were involved in an illegal gun sale. Let's watch and come right back.
Yes,
Investigators
sir.
there connected to last week's mass shooting in Spotsylvania County.
Fox 5's Shamari Stone has an update on the case.
Tonight, the sheriff's office has identified the third person killed in this mass shooting as 19-year-old Sincere Fitz. 2 other teens also died out here in the shooting that happened last week in the old Greenwich Circle neighborhood. The Spotsylvania Sheriff's Office tells us 18-year-old Jeremiah Upson, shown in this arrest photo, is one of the 4 suspects charged and in jail tonight with no bond. A neighbor recorded video of 2 people walking with long guns down their street in the neighborhood. Investigators telling us a gun sale gone wrong between 2 groups led up to the shooting last Tuesday evening. 3 other people were wounded, allegedly also involved with the illegal gun sale. Tonight, investigators tell us threats related to this shooting are still happening online.
There has been a lot of chatter on social media websites in reference to retaliation. We take these very seriously. We investigate them. We've had additional personnel at our schools because of this.
And tonight, investigators also tell us that none of the people allegedly involved in this shooting live in this neighborhood.
Yeah, man. So as you can see, there's the report. I don't even have much to say. I'm gonna just let the local and the authorities do what they do. The bit that I do have to say is, again, I'm literally crying out for help for these young men and women, but in this case, it was young men. So the last case, it was young men. These are young men. You know what I mean? This is not a game. This is not a joke. A lot of this stuff is hitting close to home. And if we don't do something about it, we don't have anyone to blame. That's literally the most I can say is, dang. I'm praying for every single person involved. I'm just praying for our youth in general, because this is what I'm saying. I'm an empathist, you know. This is why flaunting and making the bunch. Les Brown said, he said, you wanna know the status, or if you're doing a good job as adults. This is paraphrased. Uh, Take a look at your youth,
Mm-hmm.
and we gotta do
We
better, man.
failing right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
we failing right
I don't,
now like that.
I don't, I don't want to see another generation of bad passed on dysfunctionality, trauma, um, lack of emotional intelligence, lack of self control, lack of emotional control, lack of fatherless homes, lack of correct eating, lack of connecting with the source, lack of the Most High, lack of financial literacy. I'm tired of seeing this. And when you bring it up, they want to fade you out in conversations, which is why you can't connect with a lot of people. I go through it, which is why I know that these young men are going through it. I'm 41 and I have mental health issues, not because I'm not in a good standing. It's because I know the answer and I have to live in this society. I have to. I have to live in a society where people will brashfully purposely look over the solution to go find a solution. The solution can be smack dead right here, and you find a way to look right or left instead of looking straight. When the solution is, it's not more money, it's not more materials, it's not competition, it's not making it pro, because everybody can't do all those things. Everybody can love. Everybody can start with loving themselves. Everybody can slow down. You can. The bag ain't going nowhere. It ain't getting no bigger. Ain't getting no smaller. It's the same damn bag we've been chasing for how long? For how long, bro?
Mm-hmm.
And then we do these type of things for short dollars. They be so short because the people who whipping the whip, like we was just talking about, we talk about big corporations and stuff. They whipping the whip, but they also laughing at us. They rubbing their hands like Birdman because they see our plan. They plan. They don't even have to be in the plan anymore. They can sit back and watch the plan play out. We got them so lazy. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Everything gonna be on the phone. The social media experience. It worked. I seen somebody say today, go ahead and give yourself a round of applause. You're a social worker and you don't even get paid for it. You go up there every
Damn.
day and you work social media every day. So you're a
It's a
social worker.
fact.
They did the social experience. They play with our emotions all day. They see how we think. They see everything's funny. This is why it's hard to laugh. This is why it's hard to wear that smile. Again, I'm at peace. I'm not happy. I'm not all happy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
hurt. I'm hurt for the people that got hit with the water hoses. I'm hurt for the people who really got killed for not for reading, for knowing how to read. Now we won't read.
Mm-hmm.
But they got killed for knowing how to read. And then you see young men and young women losing their lives doing things that they shouldn't be caught up in if they had somebody who set the pavement for them. Well, why be here? I can only imagine somebody, man, when it really boils down and they by themselves, they really sit there and they think, like, man, why did I have to be born? Why have me?
Damn.
I gotta fend for this shit by myself.
Mm.
I know how to go get a job. I know how to do that. I know how to say I'm a man. I know how to do that. But what do I do when the weight of the world is on my shoulders and somebody ticked me
Mm-hmm.
off or I'm in traffic? Nobody teach me that. What do I do when I find out that Christmas, I found the truth out? What do I do? Who do I ask? I ain't got an old head. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
got a dad. I can go ask, like, yo, I just found out some information. I want to talk to you about this. I want to talk to you about why her name is in all caps. Is this really not true? Am I really, did y'all really sign me away? I just want to have a real conversation with my father, with my mother, with my uncle, with my aunt about some shit that mattered more than the family reunion or more than
Mm-hmm.
the Sunday dinner or more than, such and such getting put out and such and such kid is bad and such and such. I want to have some real conversations that move us forward before we get to just posting pictures on people's birthday and when they die. And then you got all these emotions for me. And I was such a great person. You had all the time in the world to work together. And then when we go, we say, man, life's so short. Man, life even shorter, man. These babies, they 18, 19, 20, 17, 16. Who do we blame? Because we love pointing the finger. We love it. Only saviors we have is that you word. It's called unity. The Most High is waiting on us. We ain't waiting on the Most High. We're not waiting for somebody to come back. They waiting on us to get it right. Your ancestors that passed away, that person on that T-shirt that you said, that man, I'm gonna get it together. I love such and such. Can't let my homeboy go out like that. I mean that shit. And this ain't my homeboys
That's
dying
it.
at the hands of violence. My homeboys dying at the hands of health. These young men are dying at the
Different
hands
lives.
of violence. Same common denominator, a box in the dirt. We got to do better, man. And
Yes,
that
sir.
goes just across the board because this story, I mean, it's mimicked so many times now. It's being replayed so many times. So that's why I
Yes,
don't even
sir.
want to dig that deep into that story. My heart, my honest opinion is literally my heart. My heart hurts. My heart hurts because this you see so many young men dealing with grown folk problems, and then when you really become grown, when you really start turning that corner on healing, everything that they say and teach you to be in that low vibration of a man is wrong. You should have
Yep.
humility. You should have the power to go talk to a man and say, yo man, you got a mother, I got a mother. This is stupid. This is stupid, man. We chasing the same thing because we come from the same background. We competing. Landscaping businesses ain't go out of style. Clothing line, whatever. I'm just saying whatever. Trade, whatever. But guess what? If you put your money and your energy that you had to take my life, and I put my money and my energy together to take your life, and we put it towards something constructive, man, we might change generations around here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying before it gets to bloodshed and all that, but again, if you call yourself these Christians, if you call yourself these Muslims, if you call yourself God's people, if you call somewhere in the line, somebody gonna have to be just a little bit bigger to save the next, what's behind us. A lot of our
Mm-hmm.
heydays are gone, but there's nothing wrong with continuing your story and see now what your purpose. A lot of us worked off of talent and what our profession was, but what about that purpose? That's a whole new life. Clean up your bad habits. That's a whole new life. You never lived your life without the bad habit. You never lived your life without the
Mm-hmm.
addiction. You never lived your life without the pain. You never lived your life without being able to overcome not having a father or not having a mother or not having that love. But you can fix it. You can fix it. But that's a whole new life. Do you want a new life? Are you really tired of what's going on? Because that in that new life, a lot of them problems, you're gonna have to let it go. You're gonna really have to believe
Mm-hmm.
that my effort in cleaning myself up is just gonna change those problems because you're not the one that's all in all control. The forces are working
Yes,
with you,
sir.
whether you believe it or not. They working with you. So that's just my message, man. Because with that story, it's mimicked all over the place, man.
It happens all the time. Yeah, it's just like you said. It's mimic, man. Repeated. That's a fact.
Hmm. Yes.
But go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and go to break right quick. Um, we always encourage you to do something to better yourself, man, whether it be physical, mentally, and emotionally, man. And as the weather change, man, and the respiratory systems have challenges, we ask that you continue to watch what you eat, endure some more vegetables, fruits, water, um, get out, read, get your proper sleep, eat right. Because what you intake is mostly what you put out. And if you all like we always practice, man. If you see something, man, if you're going through something, you hear something. If it's you, even if it's not you, if it's somebody close or random or whatever it is, we have our own hotline. It's 988. It's a suicide hotline just for us, man. You can always use it. You don't have to put your name on it. You can be anonymous or you can put your name on it. It's up to you, man. But don't say you don't have help when the help is out there. 988. Don't hesitate, man.
Yes.
Now, before we go any further, we're gonna have a special type of advertisement coming up, and that's the all white. If you don't know, so we're gonna play this video from the all white. Let's do it.
Hey man, what's up? Top of the afternoon to all my So Focused family, friends, and all of my Spartan alumni, new and old. It's been a minute, man, but we're back and we've got a whole lot to celebrate. The All White is making its grand return for its 20-year anniversary, and trust us, we got a venue that's pretty much bigger than ever. We're not just bringing the tradition back and restoring the legacy, we're elevating it. This year, it's more about the party, the legacy, giving back, and celebrating greatness. We're honoring you and our brothers, Kevin Talley and Terrell Whitehead, for their induction into the Spartan Football Hall of Fame, launching scholarships for future Spartans, and we'll be supporting the Green Run High School football team. Oh, and did we mention, I'm in full character because we've got a dope comic book series tied into this event. The storytelling, the energy, the memories, the impact, it's all coming together. We're bringing it back home to Norfolk, where it all started. It's going down Labor Day weekend, so that's your answer. Sunday, August 31st, 2025. Mark your calendars. Go ahead and get the shopping. Go ahead and spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend, because this is an invite-only event. So be on the lookout for that exclusive link to get yours. Stay locked in. Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
sir. Yes, sir, man. If you
So make
don't
sure
know,
y'all hit
go ahead, bro.
theallwhite.com, man. Make sure y'all hit theallwhite.com. Check out all the information there, and just be on the lookout for more updates. Definitely excited to definitely do that. A lot of Spartans been saying it's just something that we need at this moment anyway, just to start coming back together and having a good time with one another. So I look forward to it. It is Labor Day Sunday, August 31st. And now we're going to jump into our last story. Former student athlete, LSU football player, dies of suicide. Deputies responded to a weapons disturbance call in the 9300 block of FM 1960, where a female family member had alerted authorities that Kyron Lacey had been involved in a verbal argument with her and had discharged a firearm in the ground. Lacey's death came 2 days after a grand jury in Louisiana was expected to begin hearings evidence regarding a December 17th, 2024 car accident that killed a former Marine. His father speaks out about mental health. Let's watch the video.
Harris County deputies say 24-year-old Kyron Lacey killed himself during a chase Saturday night in Spring. Lacey was accused of causing a deadly crash in December and leaving the scene without calling police. Separate incident there. Records show he turned himself in and was released on bond. A grand jury was set to begin hearing evidence in the case today. Lacey had declared for this month's NFL draft, but his alleged involvement stopped his prospects.
Kenny Lacey, Kieran's father, says he was struggling dealing with that crash, and he is now using his son's platform, urging parents to talk to their children about the importance of mental health.
I want to do my best to help prevent this from happening to any other family. Just talk to them and find out what's going on. Don't be scared to talk to them. And if they don't want to talk at that time, find a time that they want to talk. You have to check on them kids' mental, man. It's imperative, because without you checking on them, they're going to tell you whatever you want to hear.
Yeah, Lacey says having conversations with kids about mental health, he knows, can be difficult, but it's important to have them frequently and to discuss self-care.
Yes, man, and we're back. That's tough, man. This is tough. This is a tough story. First and foremost, you know, we want to send our condolences out to the Marine, his family. We want to send our condolences out to the Lacey family. Our condolences, our prayers, our strength, our love, and definitely our healing support to everyone involved, because this is tough. I then want to move forward to shouting the dad out or just thanking the dad for that piece. A lot of things gonna give you confirmation. At least I live my life according to such. I started mental health coaching 3 years ago. Um, I have tons of knowledge when it comes to sports. Um, my resume does speak for itself as far as me playing. Um, but the Most High, I love. I'm so thankful for him putting it on my heart, for her putting it on my heart, putting it on my mind, putting it on my spirit, and bringing my closer to me. That sentence, that little paragraph, that little clip from the father just gave all the confirmation that I needed. And that just goes with what we say each and every story, each and every week, no matter who is to blame. There's a mental side to both sides. There's a mental side to all of it. And a lot of these athletes, they're they are commodities. They are transactional. They are, what can you do for me? I'm gonna use you until you can no longer do something for me. And a lot of times it's injuries. A lot of times it's one false step, and you find yourself, out there. But there's something that always leads. That's why I always tell people, I may not agree, but I always need to hear them details so I can understand. And these details hurt because when I first seen it, I'm just like, dang, yo, he's about to go to the draft from what people saying and stuff. I didn't even know who he was, but I knew he had a single digit. I'm like, man, he must have been good. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just, the way we look at things as athletes. But I also literally, my mind went to, dang, like what happened? Then to come find out he had an accident that took somebody's life. And I wish that he could have talked to someone like my man that used to play for the Cleveland Browns in the NFL that went through the same thing. My mind is drawing a blank right now, but there's a man that had the same, another wide receiver in the NFL. He had caught a manslaughter charge for
Starworth?
this. And then, yeah,
Was it
Stallworth,
Starworth?
yes.
Dante
Yep,
Starworth?
it was Dante Stallworth. Yep. But I wish he could reach out to him. I wish that people would speak to these kids exactly when it happens, how it happens, to let them know it was an accident. I get it. You're gonna have some type of consequence. I gotta be with you no matter what, though. I want you to know that we're gonna
Yeah.
support you for no matter what, though. As we were speaking off air, speaking about how we wish that the NFL, here's the perfect world that the NFL would, not just throw him away or just because he can't be drafted because of that, but just to let him know that, man, we still support you, your efforts were there, or LSU, the NCAA. Like, man, we got to create a program now. This is a perfect opportunity to create a program for future stars, dream being taken away. And they may be going to be incarcerated, but they still have support. You know what I mean? He's going to be
Right.
in a place, probably the last place that he thought he would have been. You know what I'm saying? At the time when he's
Mhm.
still living, this is just all going through his head. One side of your mind, you about to be top. The draft is going on right now. It was that close.
Mhm.
It's like that
Very
close.
close.
So one side of your mind, you like, man, I'm about to be. Then, damn, all my stuff is gone. My dream, my
Mhm.
future. But we always say that nothing happens by coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. And who's to say, you know what I mean? You took it in your own hands as a young man, you know what I mean, where your story could have just been getting started. You know what I mean? Although, like I said, we don't know what the jury would have found in all this. We do know a life was taken, but that turns into books, man. That turns into motivational speaking. That turns into you going through mental health and getting counseling and getting therapy so you can be there for the next young man that do this. Because the next young
Mhm.
man may run, hide, and may not speak to nobody and may feel like now the world done threw me away. Oh, you don't mess with me no more? Like you go to your old coaches, like go to the old universe, like nobody's gonna help me. Like, damn, man, I made a mistake. Just so happened my mistake was a huge mistake, but it's a mistake. And I gotta repent for that. I do. I do. So I do need strong men around me to hold me accountable and be there for my accountability. So whatever, I'm gonna
Yeah.
take that, right? But I just pray that the Most High give me another chance in some way, because I didn't die in that accident, so He ain't done with me. How do I bounce back from this? In what capacity? How?
Right.
Because we don't know. We don't know if it was gonna be life. We don't know if it was gonna be in 10 years, 5 years, 14. We don't know. But you can still make an impact. Your life is not over. You made a mistake. Some mistakes are heavier than others. You know what I mean? So again,
Okay.
man, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? And then it hurts even more because now he's a post. Now he's a thought. Now he's a story. Now he's a memory when he
Yeah.
had so much potential to look forward to. Now, what do we do? This is what I mean by like with my brother who passed away. I pray that his brothers do something. To me, it hurts because that was kind of like the easy route. You
Right.
know, I know that it takes strength. You know what I mean? I just can't. I understand. I just dislike that it happened in this way. And then, like his father said, man, and we just said, over parent these children. Some of them
Yes, sir.
conversations about nothing don't need to be happening. You got responsibilities. This is why it's happening. Just throwing a tablet, a phone. Read with these kids. Open their mind up to something. Be smarter. Be smarter. If this child is an investment and he's about to go
Yep.
such and such, look, from this point on, and I'm just saying something to learn from. I can't tell a parent what to do when they in it. But now us being able to observe, maybe he needs a driver. Maybe I'm gonna drive you. Maybe I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
mess up the bag. Like we've been waiting around for this bag for so long, and then but I'm gonna protect it. And see, that's the thing when we just thinking everything's all good from the commodity standpoint.
Hmm.
Nobody, it don't always just fall on his father. I'm just saying anybody. I'm saying in terms of with these teams that's about to draft you. If you know you about to draft them, maybe you might need to start some. They might need to start some new rule. You know you about to get drafted, bro. Hey, driver only, curfew. These are the type of things, you know what I'm saying? When you willing to be disciplined and obedient for where you going because you didn't make it yet. So you don't have to go and get everything right now. You ain't got a party all, you ain't got to have the biggest party ever. You're not there yet. Enjoy the journey.
Right.
Enjoy the journey. But prepare. We have to be proactive on so many levels instead of reactive. And that's where I'll leave it, man. I'll let
Mm.
you jump in and just give your thoughts. But man,
Nah,
that's
man,
I
you,
just
you pretty
again
much
praying for
pretty much
everybody.
summed it up, man. And you pretty much sum it up, but it's just like every story. It's like if y'all don't pay attention to what we saying, just like you said, that clarification came from the last little clip that we had. That it just goes to show you that everything that we talk about is in alignment. It's an alignment of
Hmm.
it going back to parenting first, starting with self first, parenting your household so that it can help prevent these issues. We're not going to say that they don't have their own minds and make their own decisions. At the end of the day, you never know. But if you're doing
Hmm.
your job from the start, it'll prevent some of these things from happening because I'm tired of the same old. So
Yeah.
within closing, man, this
Hold
is
on
your
before
leaders
you
only.
close. Not to
Oh,
cut. Hold
go ahead,
on
bro.
before you close.
Go ahead.
Because you said something big there. You know what I mean. So, um, parents. I was just telling somebody this the other day. We come from the generation of our parents. They pretty much shut down life to be parent. Whoever was the parent. You know what I mean. If you had a mother
Right.
or you had a father, they pretty much whoever was parenting you shut down their life to parent. When they did
Yes.
that, the window closed on their dreams, on their
Mm-hmm.
healing, on their growing, on their ability to read and this and that
Right.
to further them on financial literacy and all that. And I was literally telling somebody, we need better parents. We need better examples. We don't need no more better advice. We
Right.
don't live in that There's too much distractions. If you could tell me
Mm-hmm.
something, but 10 things in this phone got me in this out of my ear. You have to
Yeah.
also follow that advice with better examples. They have to see better results. When they see results, they say, "Dang, man,
Excuse me. That's
you
a
still
fact.
cool. You still from our area. You still from whoop de whoop, but
Yep.
You're not in debt. You're not this. You take care of your family.
Hmm.
Da 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 da. Da. They have to see those things for them to be
Yeah.
cool. Because if you're just telling them and they can't see it, then they can't believe it. It's just like when somebody say,
Yeah.
"Man, I'm showing all this money for motivational use, and I'm showing these cars for motivation." Well, we need some substantial motivation. At least my children
Hmm.
do whenever I have them.
Uh-huh.
At least what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to combat that because your kids keep looking for shiny things, and that's just the definition of success. Not if your organs are healthy, not if you
Mm.
are a good person, not if you can control your emotions, not if you can control your actions, not if you can make wise decisions. Making wise decisions, making smart decisions does not get enough credit. Life is all about choices, and the number one
Right.
thing should be on a high totem pole. You should be clapping when your child do the smart thing. Literally, you telling me everybody was about to get in trouble, and you said, "Yeah, I ain't with that, pop. I ain't with that, mom. I'm not." That's great parenting. That's a result of great parenting because your child can make a better decision because they are weighing things. They can slow down whatever's going on and say, hold on, before I give you a yes, before I give you peer pressure, and you peer pressure me, hold on. My mom and my dad, we don't come from just scratching and surviving and starving and hate and dysfunction. We come from love. We talk about what's going on. So if we can't talk before we make a decision, y'all go ahead and make that decision then. That let me know that that ain't the right decision.
Right.
I can't even go tell my peoples, I can't even go ask for advice before I make this decision. Cool, go make
Yeah.
that decision. I'm still cool with you. I'm still gonna be your boy and everything because this has happened a multitude of times in my life and it hurts because the flip side of making the right decision is depression. The flip side of making the right decision a lot of times is alienation,
That's
is
a
the name
fact.
calling, is putting you down. You know what I'm saying? Because you're making a right decision, and I want you to come with me to make the right decision, but you'll get more people to go make the wrong decision than you. How the hell you think I feel? At some
Mm.
point in time, it make you feel like you're worthless too. Like, damn, I
Yep.
know I'm worth something, but shit, these my boys, these my girl, this my lady,
That's a fact.
that's my sister, this my brother, this my aunt, this my uncle.
Definitely.
How? And then you
Yeah.
pass away, and I love that spirit. I loved how much of a go-getter. Man, before we close, I'm gonna let you close. I remember telling a family member that, man, I just need my people. I'm just looking for my people. And
Yeah.
he said, he said, you gotta keep looking for your people. As if we didn't have the same blood running through our veins. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
that makes
saying.
sense.
You born with you given people, and you gotta go find your damn people.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. People don't,
We have to lock
bro,
in,
and that's
son.
gonna go over a lot of people's head. My bad, I ain't even know I was that far up. But
No, I'm just
that's
saying
gonna
we
go over a
gotta
lot of
lock in.
people's head. That's gonna go over a lot of people's head, but it make a lot of sense. And a lot of people can't take the truth, Um, bro, a lot of this stuff hit home for us. Like that's why the stories that we grab and we bring to y'all, because a lot of it hit home for us. Like my brother speaks from an athlete standpoint. He speaks from a person that has been healing, that has healed and continue to heal. He speaks from a person that has mental health issues. He speaks from a person that does the work. He goes out. He's in the youth community. Like he's out there. He's dedicated his life to that. And for me to see it, and I also partake. I'm in the world every day. Like I see what's going on, man. And yeah, a lot of this stuff hurts, man, because it's not just made up, man. It's what we go through. It's what we deal with, and what the main media, news, and platforms like that don't broadcast. Like they might give you a snippet,
No.
and that's it, man. And we tired of it.
Yeah.
And that's where
And
I'm
for
gonna
the
leave it
most
at.
and most time, but the most time that they do is because they don't experience it. We experience it with you. Like you said, my brother don't have children. I don't have children. I devote my life to your children and my friends and my family and strangers, bro. My phone is an open line policy, which is why I don't dial out a lot because I need time to decompress for myself. But I'm not that selfish to where I can't. I want to take that call from it being our last call. Call me. Yes. I don't care. Yes. You want to work out tomorrow? Yes. You want to
Hmm.
fast? Yes. I put my money where my mouth is. You need 5 grand, put 5 grand, we got 10 grand, whatever. I'm always down for the cause. It don't have to be my way, but it damn sure better be in alignment with some type of most high's way.
Yes,
It
sir.
has to be, bro. We've been doing it our way
Got
for
it.
too long, and we ain't getting the right results. So we
Yeah.
could, yeah, man, we could
So,
close with that, man. Like, these talks, man, I really appreciate them because even if they
yeah,
don't work for nobody else, it worked for me. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
enjoy being
absolutely.
able to just get my heart out there because when I do go, you gonna know that I try every which a way to work together. That's that. I don't care what you got to say about me. Um, I'll take the
Yes,
truth and
sir.
I'm gonna give it, but I try my best to work together with as many people as I can.
Yes, sir, man. And with that being said, this is your leaders only show, digital show and podcast, live streaming every Sunday at 2. We appreciate you joining us for season 5, episode 26. We hope you enjoyed the show. We ask that you look forward to us next weekend. Us next week, every Sunday. We ask that you bring your lights, your thoughts, man. Anything that you can think of, man, just bring it to our attention. You can always find our platforms, our information, our links. Anything is at the bottom of the ticker, the whole show. If you need anything
Mhm.
for your health, my bro, man, and Ali, man, my sister Ali and Chef Samaj, bro, like they got it. And it's a fact. Like I stand on it that it's a fact that it works. But it's up
Mhm.
to you to put in the input too and the efforts because you can't just drink a cup of tea and think you're gonna be healed when you go drink a Pepsi right after it. I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
it don't work.
Just saying.
It don't work.
It don't work like that. But we ask that you always share, subscribe, click the bell, email us your thoughts, give us your input while we on the show live, man. Input, give us your feedback. I love that y'all been participating, y'all been subscribing. We've been seeing the thumbs up as we in the live. We seeing y'all chat, we seeing y'all input, and we just want to let y'all know that we show enough appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts, man. I'm your host,
Yeah.
Kendall.
And I'm Samaj.
Go ahead, bro. You can finish us up.
All right. And don't forget to email us at leadersonly22@gmail.com. That's if you want to be a guest, if you got a topic, if there's an event going on or a story that we need to cover that you just need some outlet to get it out to the community. Please email us. We'll love to hear from you. So we'll see you the same time next week on the same day. It's been a blessing and
And
always a
also,
blessing. Take care of
we
yourself.
tap in. We tap in from the DMV all the way to the Tidewater. So you can always reach us. If I'm not in the DMV, Samaj is in the DMV, Tony is in the DMV, Miss Denise is in the DMV, and I'll be in the Tidewater, Hampton Roads area all day. All right. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all, bro. Great show. Way to hold it down, man. Stay strong. And Chop and other brother PL, man, y'all family. We keep y'all in our prayers and keep y'all supported, man. We love y'all. Peace.
Yes, indeed.